These are the top 5 ways to improve your stamina. What they are, why they work, and how you can implement them. We guarantee that some of these will be life-changing for you. Let's go. Did you know that you could build your stamina while sitting on your bed and watching TV? If that sounds too good to be true, it's because you just haven't heard of breathwork. Now, we could give you a long, drawn-out explanation, or you could just listen to best-selling author and investigative journalist James Nestor, who came on our podcast to explain what world-class coaches are teaching to top-level athletes that you probably haven't heard of.
What I discovered is that coaches have been using breath training for decades and decades and decades, and it worked incredibly well for so long. What does that force you to do? It forces you to breathe through your nose, because when you're breathing through your nose, you get 20% more oxygen. And by getting 20% more oxygen, you think that's not going to make a difference to your performance and recovery. You're crazy. And he's the one who taught the U.S. men's track and field team to breathe properly. And they went out and destroyed everybody. They won more medals than any other track team ever. And they did not need to take oxygen before or after the races. Every other team was. They didn't need to because they knew how to breathe properly.
A full link to the podcast is right down below in the description box, and it is full of hacks and tips for your stamina that you 100% have not explored. So make sure to check that out. There's a million different ways to practice, but one of the most popular is done by Wim Hof, the Iceman. Now, we've modified our own to fit the rigors of football, so if you want to watch along video for what we do specifically, comment down below, we will do that. More or less, to explain the Wim Hof method, it involves breathing in and out rapidly for about 30 seconds, followed by holding your breath on the exhale for another 30 seconds to a minute or more, and then inhaling and holding for about 10 seconds. We repeat and extend the time comfortably. Suffice it to say, if you're not doing this, you are missing out. You probably haven't heard much of this herb, and it's herb.
Herb.
For you weird people that say herb, that's a name. It's herb. This belongs on the top of your list. Now, previous studies focused on its anti-inflammatory, anabolic, antioxidant effects. That's a lot, I know. It's good. But it's only until much recently that researchers understood it could improve physical performance and boost muscle recovery. So what ashwagandha does is increase your cardiorespiratory endurance. Adaptogens, which is a group and type of herbs, they work to counteract the effects of stress in your body. Stress, obviously, can harm the neurological, endocrine, and immune systems. Adaptogens have stimulant properties that help counteract all of these effects. The beauty of the herb, also nicknamed the Indian ginseng, is that it's incredibly affordable and will generally last you quite some time, which is probably why it's our top-selling supplement on golaremi.com. We have specialized ashwagandha in our store, so go check it out and grab yourself some to start balling. You probably weren't thinking about seeing this here, but boom, you just did. Because the truth is, the statistic evidence for the stamina boosting powers of caffeine is undeniable. Should you take 50 cups of coffee before a game? No. Stop it. Don't be stupid. Everything in moderation, safety, and balance. Now, what does caffeine do? It stimulates the central nervous system, and by doing that, it reduces fatigue and drowsiness. The research shows it can improve endurance and increase muscular strength. Not to mention that it's going to help enhance your recovery after exercise. So the real question really is, how much caffeine for soccer players? For your average 150-pound footballer, the recommended dose of caffeine is 200 milligrams 1 hour before exercise, which is about the amount in a large cup of coffee. Now, everybody's different. You need to test this at training to know how you're going to react. You'll also need to test different teas, coffees, sports gels, powders. Not all caffeine is made the same. The caffeine content in each product is going to be different. And that being said, it may be ideal for you to train on caffeine the day before the game and the day of the game. Or you can throw that out the window completely and just use it when you feel the game is going to be incredibly demanding. Regardless, get this in your playbook and sort out your body. Special disclaimer to the teens and younger ballers who are watching this video: because of your growing bodies, you will want to be extra careful with your caffeine intake. But then again, you're probably not going to listen to me anyway, because who can forget the Tide Pod Challenge? Are you going to have more stamina if you just run more? Probably. Yes, but you won't be balanced. Remember, we want stamina, but we want speed and power also. So let's get straight to the point. First, assess the problem. Do you run out of gas at the end of the half or the end of the game? What goes first, your legs or your lungs? Or do you just feel completely exhausted all the time? Stamina is not a one-size-fits-all system, despite your coaches all making you do the same things. At the pro level, we wear heart rate monitors and take tests to know exactly what's up with us individually. So instead of just giving you a few drills, we want you to learn yourself and some fundamentals. If your legs feel consistently less powerful late in the game, it's time to work resistance and interval training on a bike or even uphill. Just running more will never fix it. Now, if you notice that your legs are okay, but you're too short-winded after sprints and things like that, this is where breath work and HIIT or high-intensity training is going to turn you into a beast. Try something like a 30-second shuttle run followed by 30 seconds of burpees or squat jumps, and then rest for a minute and then repeat that 3 more times. Lastly, if you feel you're okay in the first half, but come 60 and 75 minutes, you just don't have it anymore, you might want to try something like 2 Mile Tuesdays and just extend that out for the entire week. Yes, that's right. Run a minimum of 2 miles every day outside of what you would normally do at training for a couple of weeks or even a month. No, not a sprint. Not even a fast jog. A light jog. And over the course of 2 weeks, you can bump that up. You will be amazed at the incremental progress and adjustment your body will make when it thinks that this is just a normal occurrence for it, all right? The point we're trying to make is that you need to work smarter, not harder. The solution for you may be one of these, or it may be all of these. And remember, when running consistently over long distances, you want to balance this with proper strength training to keep up muscle mass and power, and a solid flexibility routine to stay fit, all right? Do these things and watch your world change. The government deemed the fifth secret so potent, we couldn't show it. It of course deals with... just plain, it deals with sleep, mental training, and a couple of weird mushrooms from Mother Russia. You guys, we need another video for that. All right. Later.